West Virginia fans aren't happy with their coach leaving for Indiana, and they're starting to question the timeline of when did he actually start talking to Indiana. I'm not alleging wrongdoing, hard to know what to believe, but the internet sleuths are pulling together a timeline that make this situation look a little shady. So as you know, West Virginia snubbed on Selection Sunday. By Tuesday, he's already the coach at Indiana. And his son, star player Tucker DeVries, out a majority of the season with an injury. Looks like he's probably going to Indiana with him. And he was a senior, but because of the timing of the injury, he's getting a medical redshirt for one more year. But when did this whole thing start? Allegedly. It's just worth noting. Battle of Atlantis, November 27th through 29th. Both Indiana and West Virginia are in the Bahamas this week. Next week, December 6th, Tucker DeVries, his son, plays in his final game, December 6th against Georgetown, before a season-ending injury. That injury was 8 games into the season. Now, February 4th, they say he's shutting it down, out for the year, he's getting surgery. So he played 8 out of 32 games, 25%, which is under the 30% game threshold. He's eligible for a medical redshirt. At the time, West Virginia fans are like, oh, silver lining, we might have our guy for a 5th year next year. But the events that happened right after this announcement are why the fans are starting to think something shady was going on. The next week of this announcement, all of a sudden, Indiana announces February 6th, Coach Mike Woodson not returning next season. The next week, enter this anonymous burner account. This was tweeted out March 12th, 4 days before Selection Sunday. He claims we've had a verbal agreement with the coach for a month, meaning since February 12th. February 12th, a week after they said Mike Woodson was not returning. The contract was drafted, is going to be signed as soon as the coach's season is over. I'm not afraid to say who it is. It's Darian DeVries. Back to our timeline. Now, do we trust the burner account? Well, he did say the contract will be signed as soon as Darian's season ends. Selection Sunday, West Virginia is snubbed on March 16th. Their season ends. March 18th, Darian DeVries named Indiana's next head coach. Now, the Saturday before Selection Sunday, that same burner account said coach is already getting after it in the portal. So now West Virginia fans are mad. Wait, was Darian already recruiting for Indiana before we even got snubbed? So the angry West Virginia fans in their tinfoil hats are crafting a story that a conversation went down. Then Tucker gets injured. February 6th, Indiana says Mike Woodson's not coming back, says, hey, Darian DeVries, the job's yours next year. If you shut your son down for the season, he can get his medical redshirt, bring him with you to Indiana next year. He's a star. You do all this, the job's yours. I want to be clear, I'm not saying anything shady happened. There's a chance all of this happened by coincidence, and for Tucker DeVries was very fortunate timing of an unfortunate injury. And while there was facts in the timeline, one of our main sources about the timing of the DeVries signing is from a burner account. Now, he ended up being right, could have been a guess. We can't ever really trust these guys, right? Also, Darren's a Midwest guy, played at Northern Iowa, coached in Creighton, Nebraska, Drake, Iowa. You can see where he'd want to get back to Indiana, be in the Midwest. And there's a chance there was no tampering involved here back in November. I'm just saying the burner accounts are saying, here's the dots. I'm listing out the dots. They're connecting the dots. I'm not yet connecting the dots. I'm not saying any wrongdoing occurred, but West Virginia fans aren't happy with the way the dots are shaping up on the timeline.